Hello everyone, this is Little Black Dragon, and you are watching yet another installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. In our last installment, you all got to see my rare, one of my rare instances. I'm still so frustrated I can't even talk properly. In our last episode, you all got to see one of my rare instances of nerd rage, or gamer rage, or player rage, or whatever you want to call it. Where, instead of saying anything really useful during combat, I was actually playing strategically, but just, yelling at my teammates and being frustrated and having a dragon kick me with its hind legs a lot. But in the end, I got the execution cutscene, or wasn't really a cutscene, but the animation, and only Oghren died once during the fight. Speaking of which, you might need an injury kit there, sweetie. Maybe. But we managed to slay the High Dragon and get some nice things off of that. And that pretty much took up the entire episode last time. And like I said, you all got to see one of the few instances where I actually get frustrated and borderline angry while I play the game. It is a worthwhile fight in the end, but I'm always frustrated during the fight. I was especially frustrated because I forgot to properly entirely set everybody's behaviors and tactics, and even with their tactics and behaviors properly set, I still had a few instances where I was frustrated with the AI of my companions. Specifically, Wynn here kept insisting on getting into the middle of things when her job is to stay away and heal everybody from the sidelines. Which is why I kept telling her, stay out of the fight, stay out of the fight, stay out of the fight, like a broken record. And just, shouting everyone's names, and telling everyone to take health poultices, like right now. And Leliana had a bit of the same problem, but her problem, from what I can see, is she got set on fire a lot, too. But she looks to be okay now. Anyway, so the High Dragon is slain, as I said. And now we can move on with the next part of our mission in the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest. So I want to apologize for the few of you who don't really appreciate viewing frustrated players, but unfortunately it is an optional and very difficult fight, and I find it very difficult to maintain an aura of calm during such fights. But for those of you who enjoy watching people get angry during their boss fights, I am glad to be of service. So, you can't please everybody, but that's how it went down last time. But I believe there's still much to do, like face the Gauntlet. Let us move forward. So, what awaits our heroine and her brave companions? We shall see very, very shortly. I'm still kind of sad that I didn't bring Alistair along, but I think I'll be okay. For those of you who are curious, there are plenty of videos that show his dialogue during this section of the game, so I think we'll be fine. Let's see.
Something about this place makes my skin prickle.
It certainly is not the most A pleasant place to be, I'll give you that. More Andraste's arrows. And there's a codex entry which we can pick up later. But first we need to talk to the Guardian. I wonder if I can pick up that book. No, I guess I can't.
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim.
Who are you?
I am the Guardian, the protector of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I have waited years for this.
Oh? Why have you been here for so long?
It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
Will your task ever be done?
I do not know, and I do not question.
So, who are the men who have taken over the rest of the temple?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
I see. Well, in a sense they haven't forgotten her.
They have forgotten that Andraste was just a messenger. They speak no more of the Maker, only of their false Andraste, an even greater sin.
So, why have they fallen for this ridiculous lie?
It began with an ancestor of the one known as Oghren. He saw himself as a new prophet, preaching the rebirth. Some disagreed with him. I heard their cries of pain and loss, which were quickly silenced.
I see. Tell me more about the disciples.
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter
I
to
guess
this
this is a
sanctuary,
repeat.
we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this.
Yeah, sorry about the repeat dialogue,
Joyful
folks.
in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
So, I am to assume the dragon was not Andraste.
No. Our Andraste has gone to the Maker's side. She will not return. The dragon is a fearsome creature, and they must have seen her as an alternative to the absent Maker and his silent Andraste. A true believer would not require audacious displays of power.
I see. What can you tell me about the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
You already know that the urn contains the remains of the prophet Andraste.
This mountain has veins of lyrium running all through it. Can't mistake that tingle. It's so strong I can just about smell it. Makes you wonder what's magical here, the urn or the mountain. What exactly is keeping you alive, Guardian?
It is not my place to question.
So, lyrium and powerful magic. Perhaps very ancient, primeval magic. That is actually pretty badass. I actually came here because I would like to see the urn.
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
Alright. I need the ashes to cure a noble man.
Still, you must prove yourself worthy. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The Gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not...
What is the Gauntlet?
The Gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
Alright. Can you tell me anything else about this Gauntlet?
You will understand what it is when you face it.
Very well. I will enter the Gauntlet.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. You rose above your caste to become a Grey Warden, but you left behind your family, who relied on you. Tell me, Pilgrim, did you fail them?
Well... honestly, they were the ones telling me to leave. I do wish I had done more to get them out of there. Even if I had stayed, they would still be miserable.
Then you do not dwell on past mistakes. Neither yours, nor someone else's.
It is sometimes difficult to see how our actions affect an outcome. But that does not mean our actions had no effect.
What's past is past. Why bring it up and open old wounds?
I don't really know about these Guardian types, but I think the correct answer was yes.
And what of those that follow you?
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You frame the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you? Why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Orlais, you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
Ah, the Dwarf. You left your home and came to the surface, knowing that...
Why don't I save you some time? Yes, I wish I could have saved my family from Branka. I wish I'd been a better mate. Maybe she'd have stayed home with a belly full of baby Oghren and never gone for the anvil. Maybe I failed her. And yes, I came to the surface because I'm barely a dwarf anymore. My family is dead. My honor as a warrior long gone. I've lost my caste and my house, and I have nothing else to lose.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
Wow. That was some pretty thought-provoking stuff. And with that, we are out of time. But I will save the game here, and see you all in the next installment of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Dwarven Commoner Edition. You know the drill. See you next time.